Hello, we're team number three. We are confirmed by Juan David, Jesus Ignacio, Jose Ernesto, Juan Carlos, Alfonso Gonzalez, y Jorge Urquides. And our project is water leak detection in domestic households. The content we are going to see is project definition, target, scope, and deliverables. We also going to see value proposition, business case, customer requirements, and finally project plan.
According to the World Economic Forum of 2006, Mexico is one of the five countries that consumes more water per citizen. In total, it's like 366 liters per person. It is believed that this quantity of liters is higher in the capital, and also it is interesting to know that around 40% of this quantity of water is lost because of leakage. One of the main causes is that the pipe system in Mexico it's really old, so the damage is really high.
We seek to reduce the water wasted by leaks in residential houses because it creates some damage to the property by creating an algorithm capable of identifying water leaks. We are going to use only one sensor and national statistics of water use.
The main target of this project is the design and implementation of an hydraulic monitoring app capable of identifying potential water leaks and its location inside a domestic household.
We can summarize all the targets to the development of a machine learning algorithm that is going to predict and detect the water leak. We also are going to develop an app in order to make a user-friendly interface. It is important to say that the proof of concept by for verifying the functionality is going to made by computer simulation.
Our scope can be divided into three main branches. The first one being a proof of concept for an algorithm capable of identifying water leak presence and its location. Also, this algorithm will work with data sets and also with statistics and information from around the world and also from Mexico. The implementation will be made using MATLAB, and also it is known that the algorithm needs data sets for it to work. So we will be generating this data using since case simulations of a pipe system in a house. And finally, we will have an interface for this information and algorithm using an Android compatible app.
As you can see in the presentation, we're going to have five deliverables. The first one is going to be the app, an Android application. Other ones is going to be a proof of concept for an algorithm. We also are going to make a virtual simulation with its respective documentation, and finally the report.
On our value proposition, we will increase the efficient water consumption, which depends on failure detection, irregular behaviors, and also we will create monitoring and alarm system and ecological commitment. We will reduce the risk of property and damage of infrastructure and the leakage and humidity damage. And in the value proposition, we also will eliminate the ignorance of existence of an elusive leak.
Once we define the problem and the opportunity, we will have to analyze the business value, technology feasibility, estimated project cost, and the major risk. In the business value, we have the increased sales, how to increase sales. It can be showing the effectiveness of the system to predict the leaks and their location. And for reduce the product cost, we could develop the system in large quantities through one of several production lines. For reduce the production cost, we could implement different sensors that present the same functionality but in the lower cost. For reduce or eliminate the operational expenses, we could make that the client could do the installation by himself and without other person for the company or for our company, and the maintenance could be fewer times possible. For reduce the capital expenses, we don't think an aspect that we can consider, and we think we need more data for this. And for reduce or eliminate the risk, we could do make the system adapt to the behavior of each home, seeking for 100 efficiency in order to the system works efficiently. For the technology feasibility, we have that the technologies to apply are mature because in the market this technology is development. And for the working principle, we think that are a concept now that we know but we never proved, and the required competencies we need to develop competencies most in the part of the in the software. And for the estimated project cost, our customer defined that the project will be have the cost of $250, and the major risk is that cannot be possible to detect the specific point of the leakage. It means that we could predict the leakage, but not the point of the network. And for the cost of the each item, we need the establish the information, or we need find the information that we that permit us to establish the cost or the impact in the cost in the final cost of the project.
Well, talking about customer requirements, we can divide the values in two groups, the differentiators and the qualifiers. First one, the qualifiers are the reliability, efficiency, data transmission, physical properties, and wiring systems. These are the principal needs of the customer, but we can divide these needs in special features of each one. First, the reliability can be divided in accuracy and resolutions. The efficiency of the system could tell you the power consumption. The data transmission we will use we will define later if we will use Bluetooth, wireless, Wi-Fi, or another media. Specifically, we will transmit this data to an application in Android because the customer requires especially the platform. About the physical properties, we will follow the IP code, the standard about the installation of this type of equipment, and the size of the prototype. We estimate a size of the sensor of fluid of fluid volumetric about 12 by 12 inches. The warning system will include a leak alert that will behave us about irregular behavior and will tell us the percentage of leak range, the possibility of a presence of leak in percentage. These are the qualifiers, the things that the brief must have, but we will have some differentiators like connectivity to another Android devices with kind of compatibility and smart devices. The consumption knowledge that will report us the historic report of consumption of water if we want to see it by hour, day by day, or week by week. And we will retrieve the data in some files. We will can see the consumption distribution with some algorithm that we have developed or we will develop, and we will tell us the percentage of usage in the house, like bathrooms, kitchen, wash machine, etc. Some differentiator of workload is the capability of plug and play with. Like my parents said, we will not need a technician to install the prototype in the house. Uh, Some features that the customer maybe won't see is the implementation of a machine learning algorithm that we will learn about the behavior of the customer. We will learn the activities that he often do and the percentage of usage of liters of water that he use in every kind of activity. And finally, the social comparison of water usage in the community of the people that we will use our application.
This is the project plan. Here are listed the activities that we will be developing throughout the semester with the aim of having a better organization to work. The activities that stand out the most are presentation TRL0 kickoff on week 2, presentation TRL1 concept definition on week 8, presentation TRL2 design and prototyping on week 11, and finally presentation TRL3 proof of concept and conclusion on week 16.